Yo, you already know what it is. It's your boy K Brown, the CEO. You tuned into the official marriage relationship podcast, The Spice, where we see that spicy shit. But before I get too far, I want to introduce you to my special co-host. Tell them what y'all do. Tell them what you do. Start off with my homie. Is welcome. Miss Nina is back. You already know. Let's go. Tell them what you do. Tell them where you from.
Hi everyone. For those who don't know, I am Misfit Nina. I'm from YC 717 A in the building. Um, I am an artist. A lot of people like to label me as a rapper, but I like to try to stay away from that name. I like artist because I can do it all. I write, I sing, I rap. You name it, I do it. I'm an entertainer. I've been off the scene for a long time now. I know a lot of y'all probably thought I was in retirement, but I'm not. I was just hibernating. But I'm coming
Hibernating.
back.
I like
So
that.
stay tuned because I
She's
promise I got
back.
some heat for y'all in the tuck.
And on my right, Miss Aisha, baby. Tell them what you do. Tell them where you from.
Hey, y'all already know what it is. It's your favorite auntie, Miss Aisha, baby. Representing YC to the fullest. You know the 717, how we do it. KNT Radio, we outside. However, you know your girl, Miss Aisha, baby, is the owner operator of Handle with Care, Home Care LLC. We're here for all your home care private duty needs. Here locally within the 717 area code, York, Adams counties, Dauphin County, Cumberland County. Hit me up, 717-858-3479. We do free home assessments. So give me a call and I'll come out and we'll see what kind of needs that I can help you take care of.
I know that's right,
Mm,
girl. Big
I like
boss
that.
lady.
I'm proud of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
But the first topic today, we're gonna get straight into it. It's called
Oh,
"I Ain't Going Nowhere."
I
All
Ooh.
ain't
right,
going nowhere.
and we
Okay.
gonna get
Ooh.
straight into the we getting straight into this Kashawn Rock situation
Uh,
because it ties with everything we speak on here. You know what I mean?
Baby
We
girl.
can go all the way to the far right. Then the bruh's gonna speak their piece finally at the end. What you think of this? Kashawn going back home after all the slander.
Listen, first of all, let me put my glass. I'm going to put auntie glasses on right now for this one, okay? Because this is crazy.
Okay,
This
speak on it.
this young, oh my God, precious little girl. She done got this man's face, his face on her face.
Let's talk
Like
about
this, it was on a neck, now it's on a face.
it.
She don't understand. These are things that you can't come back from. Even if you try to get it covered up, it's going to leave permanent scars. You're going to have to do a couple of surgeries on top of surgeries, getting this stuff taken care of. This girl do not realize that she is setting herself up. By the time she get in her 30s and she hit like 35, she gonna have so much mental health issues that she gonna be
Mm,
having to have a therapist, a pastor, a exorcist. Everybody is gonna have to be on speed dial to help her get through this.
yeah.
She don't understand that she is taking herself through so much and she got this precious little baby and he's going to come up in all this toxicity. They both going to therapy. So I wish somebody in her life could put their hands in, snatch her little behind out and sit her down. Girl, Krishan, if you can hear me, come talk to auntie. Let me give you some real life, you know what I'm saying? Some real life jewels. You can still be that boss babe that you are, fly doing what you doing. But I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. Because what you doing right now, baby, not a good look.
Mm, mm, at
Which
all.
how you saying it in the middle?
Well, I feel like she's a very lost soul. She definitely does not have life figured out. And she's trying, I would say, under her circumstances, to figure it out the best way she knows how. Obviously, she's a public figure. So we see a part of her life, the part she allows us to
Right.
see, right? So she's been through a lot of traumatic things in life. And I'm pretty sure that ties into why she's making such poor decisions in her young adulthood right now. Not only that, she doesn't have proper guidance and stuff. She's, a new mother. She's just trying to figure it out. And when we saw that she had left Blueface alone and coming into motherhood, we all was rooting for her, like, this is gonna be what changes her. Well, she had us
Right.
fooled, unfortunately. But you know what I think it is too? I think part of it is that, you know her having a child with this man now, like it said, I ain't going nowhere. We
Right.
locked in, and I want a
Right.
family. I want that type of stability, so to speak. So it's really hard for her to disconnect from this man
Mm-hmm.
off the strength of that. But even before, let's take the kid out of it. Let's take Lil Rock out of it.
Little rock,
Even
rock.
before the kid, I feel like she has a lot of pressure from the industry, and I could be wrong, but you know how they say people get easily influenced from the industry. Even though she's in the industry, she's a newcomer into the industry, so I feel like she's still influenced. And when you got people like Kodak, and when you got people bigging her up for rocking
Mm-hmm.
by this man's side, it might be she's probably thinking she's doing something right. Whole time she breaking herself down. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
like Auntie said, we need her to come and have a sit down with Auntie and Big Misfit too.
Yes.
Because we can definitely give her some guidance that she needs. But one more thing to add to that, I really feel like this is a big publicity stunt.
Mm.
The whole Krishan Rock Jr., Blueface, the mama, what's her name, Jaden,
Jaden.
everything. Even when she brought the boy that she got his name tattooed, that she was dealing with
There's
her
another
her.
girl. He got another girl that got his name, got his face on her butt now.
Oh
Listen,
yeah, I
I
seen
feel
that
like
today.
this is a big publicity stunt to stay relevant, and I really would pray that that tattoo's fake. Because if that was all a part of a publicity stunt, honey, you
Girl.
did bad. You did
Girl.
real bad, because the more relevant you are, the more they're sharing your stuff, the more that your name and your face is in the tabloids, the more you're staying relevant and getting paid. So I
Absolutely.
feel like she never stopped messing with Blueface. That
Nope.
breakup was fake. It was
Yeah.
all for publicity. And now that she's moving back in and they're back together and they're making it work, and the jail calls and he's babying her up and all this, I feel like this was all premeditated. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. So.
Now let's rewind all the way back. Like, before I wanted to go, before I go back, you said something that I agree with. This is all a publicity stunt. This is all
Mhm.
a show. They're using real events
Yeah.
to make their own scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like how kind of like how serial killers reenact certain things
Right.
in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the similar to situation. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But to go all the way back from the beginning, right? Do y'all see how a man can be completely honest and end up the bad person in this situation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Of
agree with
course.
that.
And this goes
Yes.
back to what I say: cheating is whatever goes against said contract. If I
Right.
told you I'm a fucker, and I'm gonna use his words, this is what I do. I'm gonna put you in position, and you're always gonna win. I'm gonna make sure everything blows up. I'm a social media guru. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this since a kid. Are you cool with that?
Mm.
You say yeah, and then all of this stuff, even though I think he's manipulating he's writing her script too. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Hmm.
100%. A hundred
Yeah.
You know
percent.
what I'm saying? Like, even then, because remember, it's polarity. Remember, I was
Mm-hmm.
teaching you about that last week. There's
Mm-hmm.
always a good person and a bad person. The good person will be Kashawn, and the bad person will be Blueface, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is to get you to be on either side so they can make money off both sides. They
Right.
got,
Definitely.
because the Blueface and Kashawn are both one entity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But since this is a relationship marriage podcast, we're going to use this as the analogy that it is, right? If you not going nowhere, don't make a scene out of it, because you look
Right.
stupid as hell when you go back.
Facts.
If
Facts.
you not going back, accept that he's not changing
Hmm.
or leave.
Right.
But
Facts.
telling everybody you know all the fuck shit that he's doing to you, and you
All your
still there,
business. Mm.
you don't look goofy.
Right.
You look goofy. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Do you feel me? Because at the end of the day, he's getting what he wants out of the deal.
Right.
He looks goofy, but if you're not going nowhere, just keep it amongst yourself. Because now, when y'all do get back together, and then you try to bring him back around the family, now you wondering why everybody giving him side eyes, why everybody don't fuck with him, why everybody don't do this, and meaning no, the whole time they're having these same issues in their own personal lives.
Hmm.
Well, that's
But
the problem with even when you're not on, like, out there as far as a public figure, but in regular relationships, the most important part of that is keeping your family and your friends out of your business. I have a
Right.
saying, you know, my address is, just use the numbers. I'll be like, what happens at 625 stays at 625. That
Right.
means what happens in my dwelling stays in this dwelling. Whoever is a resident in this dwelling, that's what happens here stays here. My mama don't need to know my business. My brothers don't need to know my business. My husband's family in New York don't need to know my business. They don't need to know our business because, like you just now said, and I've been around a long time being a older person, that if I was going home telling my mom, my brothers, every time I got into an issue, telling them my problems, telling them everything that I thought was wrong with my husband or what I perceived to be in my mind or in that state or how I was feeling at that moment throughout them years, they would have been forming their impression. Even though they like my husband, they would have had their impressions because I would have been giving them this information. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm dropping this information on their lap, but they're like, nah, but when he around us, we know he cool. We like him. You know what I mean? But yet I'm filling their head with all type of stuff that's coming from me, if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? So now when he come back around, I done had them mad at him. I done called the brothers and had them ready to strap up, ready to
Mhm.
fuck them up or something like that. You know what I mean? These are things that causes problems.
Right.
Number one, domestic issues, you don't want to get involved in unless somebody's putting their hands on people where it could become a danger to oneself or the other person or someone in the household. Because we don't want nobody getting hurt. We don't want no man or female getting beat up, going to jail, locked up, killed, no kids witnessing this stuff or being a part of any of this kind of type of abuse. We don't want nobody going through that. That's number one. But at the same time, you know what I mean? When you have these, confrontations in your own private household and you take that information, you call your girlfriend on the phone, or you calling your brother or your cousin or Nene, or you calling your homeboy, yo, this chick done did this X, Y, and Z. Now when she come around, y'all done made back up, y'all going around to your friends, she coming around to the cookout, you taking her to your mom house, you taking him to your mom, your dad house. Everybody's upset with each other, they
Mhm.
feel some type of way, and you expect them now not to have those feelings after you done put all these negative thoughts in these people's minds about this relationship.
Right.
So now they're on the fence. Well, damn, we do like him, but at the same time, yo, my sister said he do be X, Y, Z. He trying to play her. Yo, so homie, like, what you doing? Like, you don't know what your sister. It causes conflict. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And then that following day, the next week, that you as a female either right back with that dude or that dude as the male right back with that female, and now your family members are looking stupid. They done strapped
Exactly.
up, came, rolled out with you, ran down on homie at the bar. The sisters done ran down on her at the club, done gave her a tap, whooped her ass a little bit. And all this drama's happening. And then you laid up with homie or you laid up with homegirl the following week. And you expect everybody else to get over it. No.
Mhm.
That's
It
why
work like
it's
that.
important. Keep your personal life, your personal relationship business to yourself. If you need someone to talk to that one best friend or your damn therapist. You know what I mean? Everybody in the family don't need to, know your business because that's just a disaster, a recipe for disaster. Unless, like I said, unless it's some kind of physical or mental and emotional abuse, because yes, everybody out there, if it's physical, emotional abuse, no matter where it's come from, male or female, please reach out and get help because nobody deserves that. I just want to put that out there for everybody.
Right. I agree.
But you know what I mean? They be
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
too much.
I'm right there with you because at the end of the day, like with me, right? If I know I'm not going nowhere and and I rock with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it P. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, a lot, and this is where like you probably because you're married, so you can understand this more.
Mhm.
Like there's more than relationships than the sexual aspect of it. You bond for
Facts.
more. You bond for more reasons, right?
Yeah.
And this is I have a great sense and understanding and ability to change you from what our contract is now from what it used to be. A lot of
Right.
people lose situations where they can actually have lifelong friends because they can't get their pride out of the situation. Okay,
Right.
y'all didn't work out. It's not because you were less or she was
Mhm.
less. It just weren't compatible. Some people were better not together
Right.
because
Mhm.
because the only thing that's keeping y'all from having that balance is the infidelity because one or the other can't get it together, right?
Right.
But if you take that agreement out of it, Go ahead, do what you want to, and I do what I want to. You know what I'm saying? And then we might chill, do whatever we do. What you know what I'm saying? And we also be there for each other, and also learn and build businesses and shit like that. What's wrong with that?
I mean, it's nothing wrong with that if everybody agree upon something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, sex ain't gonna keep nobody together anyway, because that's gonna fade as you get older.
Right.
That attraction, that part that was sparking, and y'all was doing all kind of wild, crazy
Hold
shit.
on. Before you even get there,
All
like
right,
you jumped on
you
my
know me.
next
I'm always
habit,
speaking.
the happy life, the illusion,
It's
the
the
way
illusion.
that the way. And this lady, how long you been married, Miss Aisha?
Uh, 29 years. It's going
We've
on.
been married
No, it's going on
29
29
years,
years this year. April 20th of this year will be
That's
and
29
in your
beautiful.
years.
mind,
We've been together 29 years together, 20 years married, both on April 20th of this year.
That's
fire,
beautiful.
fire. That's dope. That's so
It's
dope.
a
You know what I'm saying?
long ass time.
Right, right,
Wow.
right, right. And in these 29 years, y'all never, according to the standards of what a happy relationship should be, right?
Uh-huh.
In 29 years, you're never going to get into an argument. It's always going to be happy. Y'all never going to have disagreements. You're always going to want to be there.
I
You're
wish.
always going to be sexually satisfied
I
and
wish.
always going to be happy with that person. What do you think?
Okay, that all those things right there, false, 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 false. Anybody telling you that any part of that because you everything that you say, you begin with the word always in front of. And always, honey, that is a lie, a bold-faced lie. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The only thing we always gonna do is live and then we're gonna die. That's it.
Right.
We're gonna live and we're gonna die. That's what we know we're gonna do. You're not gonna always be happy. You're not even gonna always be in love. You're gonna love that person. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all together for a long time, evidently, if you're like my years, it's because of that friendship, that bond, that foundation, which is that friendship that we started on, is what kept us together all these years.
Hmm.
Damn sure had nothing to do with sex. Damn sure had nothing to do with money. Damn sure had nothing to do with all those type of things. You know, weight loss, weight gain. None of those things have anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It's about that friendship that y'all build and that understanding and that mutual respect for each other. That even as y'all growing, because me and my husband, obviously, we young people starting off. You know, he just come home from college. Me, I already got a kid. You know, already living on my own, thinking I'm the boss because I've been living on my own since 18. You know what I mean? Those dynamics are different. You young, you go through life, you think everything gonna be fruitful, but then you change. Remember, I had to be an adult before I was really an adult. I was an adult before I was 21 because I was a parent at 15. So I
Mm.
had to be playing a grown up role a long time ago. My husband, he had just came home from college. He's still living in his glory days, traveling overseas, balling out, doing his thing. You know what I mean? So the dynamics is different. I'm just getting into my own apartment stable at a young age. He not thinking about none of those kind of responsibility that I have. He not thinking about none of those type of things. So the level number one of maturity in different ways is present. It's not equal. I had to be forced to grow fast just because of life situations, you know what I mean? To be a mother, provider, da, 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 da. You know, he was just living his life. The dynamics are different. So as time goes on, everything changes. Financial stuff changes. You gain weight, you lose weight, you lose hair, your you know, your hair, the guys start with hairline back here, it go back here. Girls, honey, I have edges now. I'm trying to make these baby hair look like trying to pull them into the ball spot. You know what I mean? Build us in. Things happen. But for anybody saying that because you have longevity mean that you always had a happy life is bullshit. Your friendship, your loyalty, and your communication is
Ooh.
what makes that longevity be longevity, because that's the stuff that can make you come back, that lets you allow you to come back from the bullshit of life, the cheating, the infidelity, the arguments, the disappointments in life. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, sometimes you don't want to be there, you know, but we had a child together, my second son, and that's his only child. We knew that when we wanted that child, we decided to have that child. So in the midst of us growing within our relationship, you know what I mean? We knew hell or high water, we was going to stay together no matter what until my son got to be a certain age, because he didn't ask to be in this world. I had already dealt with having a son, a younger, you know, another son at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So we made conscious decisions. But if we didn't have our friendship, that communication, and that loyalty, meaning not loyalty, meaning faithfulness and all that type of shit, because those are things that's gonna happen. We human. We're gonna test. I know me. I always test the damn waters, honey. You give me rope, I will hang myself. Not no more. I learned, by you, so I hang my damn self. you know but those are things that that you go through, that you go through within time, you know what I mean. And if you didn't have that friendship, that loyalty, as far as I know, no matter what I go through, I could be sick, I could find out I had the worst disease today or tomorrow, my husband, he ain't going nowhere. He know I could talk all the shit in the world, be mad at him because I'll be wanting to get thrown around the house and have sex everywhere and don't do it, but I'm not going nowhere. So we know, when I say loyalty, we know that no matter what, we are going to be there for each other, despite whatever we're going through. That kind of loyalty, that kind of friendship, that you can have those hard conversations with, even if sometimes they don't end the way you want to, but you can have those hard conversations like, well, if you ain't going to do this, then maybe you should allow me to have this. And, oh, hell no, you ain't having that. So it may not go the way I wanted to go, but we still have that open communication, and we could put it on the table. He may think I'm batshit crazy, but like, hell no, you try it and your head gonna be on a planet somewhere. But the fact that you have open communication, that's important. And that's what young people need to understand. You know what I mean? And all y'all want to be trying all these tricks and shit, that damn shit ain't gonna keep you having a healthy life, a happy life, and a longevity life if you want to have Tom, Dick, Mary, and Harry all up in your bedroom because y'all think it's fun. It's spicy, you think it's fun, you know what I'm saying? You're turning up. When you at a certain age, you ain't gonna want Sue talking about she got part of your man with you. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna want that other person in it. You gonna want your person for yourself. You know what I mean? Because that's the person you want to grow old with. You don't want to grow old with a gang. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be a party when you at my age. You know what I'm saying? Well, not my age, because I think I'm 25. I'm like I'm older, other older ladies. Not me though, not me.
And Nina, how you feel about the happy life illusion?
Well, two key things I took from her response is communication and friendship, because those are two of the biggest things that are important to me. I feel like a lot of people, they dive into relationships way too early with people they really don't know. And I think we're in a generation where people don't like to be alone, and they don't know how to be alone. So they go from person to person to person. And because in the beginning it's always, butterflies and rainbows, they think this is the one. Everybody's the one. The next guy's the one, and the one after him, they're all the one. No,
That's called love bombing.
Right. But it's like, you don't really know this person just because he makes you laugh, or she makes you laugh, or they spend a little money, or they're giving you the attention that you seek. Do you really know them? Did you see them when they hit a hard time, when they hit rock bottom? Did you see them when they're angry? Did you see them when they're depressed and they're going through in a mental uproar, a mental battle within themselves? It got nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with what they got going on. How do they handle that? Do they take it out on you? How do they view their mama? Like, you know what I'm saying? Until you can see a person in all aspects of life and how they deal with everything, you don't really know them. And what friendship do you really have? People don't take the time to build up to things. So they dive in too early, and then the true person comes out later on when they're more comfortable, and it's like, oh my God, this ain't what I signed up for. This ain't the person that I knew back then. No, it was the person. You just didn't see all of them. You didn't meet all of them, so you don't really know them. So you didn't expect this, but you always got to expect the unexpected, because things are, time changes all. We're growing, we're getting older. You know what I'm saying? Just because I was this way 2 years ago don't mean I'm going to be that same way 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people need to take their time when it comes to getting in these relationships, instead of diving head in first, because you just never know a person. It's not worth it. Time is of the essence. Now, going into communication, a lot of people, and it's not just the younger generation, people my age and people older, they lack communication and understanding. And you can't have communication without having comprehension. Because if you can't comprehend what's being communicated, it still ain't going to work. So
somebody finally said it.
Yeah, it's not. Let me put my sleeves up for this.
The white lie, the biggest white lie
though.
on the internet.
I had to learn that it didn't matter how much I was communicating with someone. If they weren't understanding and grasping what I was saying, the communication was pointless. So you got
Right.
to know who you're talking to, and you got to make sure y'all are on the same level mentally, emotionally, hell, spiritually, like, so that when you're communicating, you know that they're getting what you're saying and vice versa, and it makes sense.
Mhm.
I am very fortunate to be in a relationship with someone, and this is the first person I've ever been with who is not only a great communicator, he's a great listener, he's very wise, he's very mature, and he understands. This is the first relationship I've been in where I feel like I can get my point across without yelling. He
Mm.
doesn't bring toxicity out of me. People can come with toxicity, but people can also bring toxicity out of you when you weren't once a toxic person. I come from a place where I wasn't necessarily a toxic person, but I was with someone that I locked myself down to for 6.5 years. I did that. I did that bid. I should have never. It was a bid. I was in prison. Should have never did it, but I chose to, being young and
Mhm.
dumb. And that person brought out all of this toxicity out of me. Didn't know how to communicate, didn't know how to comprehend. And I'm fighting against this person, trying to make them be on the same page as me when it was never going to work. They were never going to be on the same page as me. You know what I'm saying? So it ended very badly. But that's my past. Moving on to my present. I'm in a very great relationship with someone that, brings that woman out of me.
Mhm.
I don't have to have my guard up. I don't have to be hard up. I don't have to be
Right.
defensive. And I don't have to be in fear that if I feel like you're doing something wrong, I don't have to be in fear like, damn, if I tell him this, he gonna feel some type of way and we gonna get in an argument, because he's an understandable person. He's very understanding. He knows how to communicate. He gets it. I can be soft. I can stay in my femininity. And I love that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if you don't have friendship, real friendship, like I know this person, like I took the time and really got to know this person,
Mhm.
and you can't communicate, for me, that's a recipe for disaster, and eventually it's not gonna work anyways. I think those are the two biggest key things for me. Yes, loyalty too, and yes, of course, love, but for me, those are the two biggest things.
Mhm.
So if you don't have them, hit the door, run.
Get out.
Yeah. It's good to hear honest ladies on the platform. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's good because that is the biggest white lie I ever heard when it comes to like the disconnect between men and women. Right? They
Mhm.
said we can't communicate when in reality they're trying to. They don't. There's no point to tell you because one like, and this is the first sign I always say, and this is anybody can do this. You know what I'm saying? Right? If you want to tell somebody if it's really worth your time when it comes to being able to communicate a hard conversation, right?
Hmm.
You tell
Mhm.
the female, I'm gonna use a female because I'm a male, right? Say whatever you don't like about me. Take your time. I'm gonna sit here and listen to it, and then I'm gonna
Hmm.
tell you everything I have a problem with. Then we can kind of come to a resolution at the end.
Right.
Mhm.
She will go for 48,000 minutes, right? But can't stand 30 seconds.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying here?
Right.
Oh, well, never mind. It's not that we can't communicate. You're not leaving an open line of communication.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
But if you know every time you say something about a specific, let's just say a better way to use it is you in a relationship. You trying to get in a relationship with a girl, right? Let's say you trying to get a relationship with a girl, but y'all just friends right now. Every
Mhm.
time you mention the future, she change. She don't want to talk about it. So how can
Hmm.
y'all ever talk about it?
Right.
Are you?
Yeah, 'cause she's afraid to have that conversation. She's not
Or
ready
she
for the
don't.
future.
Hmm.
She don't want that, or she might just
Yeah.
not want that with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I'm
Whatever the
saying.
reason is, she's making it known that there's a block there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can talk about anything that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to something important, it's a block there. You know what I'm saying? And also, you can talk about random topics. They be so in tune to reality TV, talking for hours. But
Hmm.
we need to work on this conversation. I don't want to talk about that. Like, why are we talking
Right.
about this? These are blockers because
Mhm.
she's trying to hide the fact that in her mind she knows exactly what you're saying, especially within the 30 seconds with straight facts. and you
Right.
didn't and you didn't attack her. Like I told all the fellas, if you want to get a girl to listen, take the yous out of it and speak
Right.
on the action. Because once you say you, she don't hear nothing else you got to say, and you lost already. You know what I'm saying? So if
Mm-hmm.
you want to get a clear thing, you speak on the action and keep your voice at a low decibel like it is regular, and go down the list of facts that you got to do it, because it's only going to be certain periods of time where your females are even going to be open to these type of conversations anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because not every female take accountability, but we know there's a lot of them not. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
when it comes to that type of stuff like that, you have to be able to, and it's male or female, have a conversation you don't want to have.
Right.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
uncomfortable conversations are the best ones to have,
Those
and
are the
they're
most
The,
important.
necessary.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
most important conversations are the one that's never had. Like, and
Yeah.
you got to
Exactly.
try to get deeper than the surface. So if you're not talking, you're going to get bored talking about random things.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't really know you because you're scared to show who you are. In reality, they might rock with that person too. Like, and that's why I was saying when Nina spoke on it a little bit, I don't really uh, lock in with a female unless I seen her really mad at me.
Exactly.
Cause you
Oh,
would,
remember
they would,
you said that. I think you said that in a couple episodes before.
yeah,
Those are
most
those little
definitely,
testers that
because
you do to
it
see
would,
if
Mm-hmm.
you
it would,
make her
it
mad,
would,
how she's gonna react, which is makes sense.
exactly.
Yep.
Y'all
Mhm.
get into an argument, and then all of a sudden she say you hit her or some crazy stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that change that she was having a good conversation over the last 3 months?
No.
100%. It overrules everything that you had going on. Now
What I'm
we know
saying
what
is
you're
that it
capable of.
don't change. It don't change our conversation. It's just letting you know that she only showing you one part of her. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because she got that other part hidden. That's why she didn't want to show you have those real conversations. Those hard conversations wasn't happening because she knew she wasn't wrapped too tight. And a person like you, she knew you wasn't going for it.
Right.
Facts.
Some people just
And
try
then
to put up that front. You know?
Mm-hmm.
and that's like another big part of happiness right
Yep.
here. How can you be in a relationship keeping up with the facade?
Right.
I know you tired. That's why when a lot of people that do these type of things, when they get out of relationship, they feel a sense of relief, and that's why it's so heavy. They're on the love bombing phase, like they're trying to they're so hyped with the new person because
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to deal with these type of things. It's tiring keeping up with the lies you told. That's when a lot of times they be forgetting the lies they done told, or you catch them up like they admitted the lying to you, you know what I mean? Then they forgot they lied to you, try to lie again, and then they realize you're like, oh yeah, we did have this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
All this stuff goes on from you trying to not be yourself and show who you really are. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because if you're an evil person, there's Harley Quinns out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's for
You
real.
got the
She
yin and the
pretty.
yang. You gotta have your good and your
Uh-huh.
Oh,
bad.
they both crazy. She with the Joker. There ain't no yin and yang. It's straight yang going on over there. That's all they got is
You need
yang.
some balance
Uh,
somewhere, though. You got to have some balance.
yeah. Oh yeah. The Joker be doing good. He be doing good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, he has honor amongst thieves.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
true.
he was steal from everybody that's not in his crew.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Joker definitely make sure his crew up. If you ever pay attention, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, yeah.
I want to get into today's sponsor, Smash Entertainment. You already know what it is. You know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
to Smash.
Shout out to Smash. This is gonna be a dope event. You know what I mean? I always let Aisha do it. She sounds so much good on these.
Oh, she does. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah. So you got Smash Entertainment and the Appel Center, YC, York, PA on March 30th. You know how we do. KNT Radio Live Podcast will be in the building. Stop by, talk to us. You may be on one of these episodes because you know we always have a flashback. So tap in, get your tickets. You can hit up Smash Entertainment. You could go to the appelcenter.org online because the tickets are online because I actually was checking them out myself. Life Genesis, March 30th. YC right here. KNT Radio, Smash Entertainment. You know how we do. We bring the good
And you
vibes.
already know one last thing.
Oh,
If you go into the after party, you know you gotta check in next week for the ticket giveaway. We giving away the bottle, the free table. You know what I'm saying?
oh, we giving
It's,
the VIP away next week.
yeah.
I didn't know we was doing the VIP. Okay.
Yeah, we giving away a VIP
I got to
situation.
dress
You
up
know what
for
I
next
mean?
week's episode.
All y'all got, I'm telling you, get tuned. Make sure y'all following all our brands because we be checking. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? All y'all gonna have to do is tune in next week. Follow
Oh
all
my
of us.
goodness, tune in to get those tickets because
Right.
listen, this is the cream of the crop. You getting the bottle, the table. You already know that is good, honey. That's behind the red line, okay? The velvet rope.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Auntie be at. Come
Mm-hmm.
through March 30th, Appel Cinema, Smash Entertainment, Life Jennings and Jay Holiday live in concert, after party at the ballroom. We're gonna be outside looking good. Make sure y'all fly now. We don't want no dust buckets. You got to be looking sharp. Stop playing. Ladies, be sexy, okay? Classy, and sexy. Classy and sexy ladies.
And we got one more. This one don't show up good on the camera, but February 23rd, Central PA's Indie Artist Network and Contest Party.
Mm.
You can win cash. You know what I'm saying? February 23rd, it's going to be at the Ballroom Inn at the same place as the after hour for the set for the Bobby V. We working too much.
We
For
passed
the
that one.
we passed that one. For the Life Jennings, my homie Shawnee Davenport gonna be in the building. A
I
couple
love
artists.
her so much. Oh my
I know I
God.
love her so she
It's the
good singer. You know
bomb.
what I'm saying?
Miss
A
Diva
couple
Davenport.
managers, a networking event. You know what I mean? Brandy's manager, John B's manager, Bobby V's manager. They all gonna be in the building. So make sure
Yes.
y'all come in February 23rd, and then don't forget about the contest. You know what I'm saying? Get up there, show your talent, win some cash. You know what
Listen,
I'm saying? You heard it
Don't
here.
be don't be out there acting like y'all too good to get on that stage. I've been around a long time and people kick themselves in the butts years later saying, damn, if I wish I would have took that opportunity when it was
Mm-hmm.
presented. I know too many people it happened to. So go out there. When you got those promoters, you got those people out there looking for artists, take advantage. That's a free platform for you. Number one, your network, you're getting seen. Everybody gonna have their phones out. Everybody got different social media handles. Hello, that's your biggest network platform. You're nut to get out there with
Yes.
the best. Look good, sound good, practice. Get the DJ your music ahead of time so you know your cues. If you got backup dancers or whatever, make sure them girls is looking right and everybody is in a routine. Show your stuff. This is how people get made. Go out there, you know what I'm saying, with your head held high. Do your thing. Do not be prideful. Go out there and put it on for the city. You never know. You may be taking home that cash and getting a deal out of it.
I
Stop
know that.
playing.
I know that's a girl. You just inspired me. I'm like, shoot, I might want to go do that.
You better go, girl.
You gotta
Stop
get up there.
playing.
You got talent. What are
You
you
better
talking about?
stop
You get up
playing.
there.
I'll come out there, be shouting it out. Stop listen. Y'all beautiful artists out there, y'all talented people. Get out. I wish I knew how to rap or sing us. I mean, I'll be out there doing something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big
Nah, but
opportunity, guys. So take it out there. Take that opportunity and show
Definitely.
y'all stuff. Yes.
and that's
Yeah.
February 23rd at the Ballroom Inn in New York. You know what I mean? Right behind around the clock. If you in YC, you know what we talking about. You know what I'm
You
saying?
already
Mm-hmm.
know. Right up on Route 30, right there.
You feel me? But we gonna get into this next one. This one's heavy, like because a lot of people how maintaining the respect in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I seen your face, so we gonna let you go first, Aisha. So, yeah, I'm an empath, man. I can feel energy and I can catch
Yeah.
all that through the screen, boy.
You know what? That one, once again, that one's a hard one because when you with someone a long time, once again, those key elements in the beginning that makes you staying a long relationship is going to be the same elements that's going to help you come back from, because it's going to be time that respect is going to be challenged.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna, I'm sorry, once again, guys, it's not gonna be, oh, they're gonna respect me for the whole duration of our relationship. They're never gonna call me out my name. I'm never gonna call him out his name. I'm never gonna do anything to disrespect him. He's never gonna do anything to disrespect me. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. One day, you just never know. It's gonna happen. Cause guess what? We're all human. Ain't nobody perfect but God, and we ain't God. We may be in God body and God like minds, but you know what I'm saying? We are not perfect. We're humans. So we're going to make those mistakes. And when you have that communication, that comprehension, that you understanding what we're communicating,
Mm-hmm.
and that friendship and that loyalty, as far as that, that's those are the things that's going to, and that love and all that stuff is what's going to make you come back from the lack of disrespect that's going to happen, because in every relationship it happens. You know what I mean? Unless you're one of those docile relationships where you have one dominant person, in a relationship, and the other person is always quiet and meek and don't never speak out, because then, you don't never have no issues, because that person is probably being disrespected in so many ways, but they don't have a voice because they didn't get that respect or that confidence in that relationship to even do it. So, but in a normal where everybody's, have the equal footing to speak, you know, um, you have to have those key elements in order to maintain that respect and with that relationship. Because, like you said, you're gonna have to be able to bounce back and come from. Sometimes that's going to be challenging. People gonna make mistakes.
Mm.
Right.
What you think, Nina?
So she took all the words out my mouth. Thanks,
Mm.
girl. But
Sorry. Let me go
but
last.
Great minds think
you
alike.
I'm joking with you, girl. But nah, okay, so I agree with everything she said. I want to touch on something real quick that ties into that. It's a little off subject, but it does tie in. Ladies, do this for me if you don't do it for nobody else. Do it for yourself. But when a man cheats on you or does something that you don't like, do not put your hands on him.
Right.
Because what you're going to get back from that, you're not going to like. And if you have someone that is not an abusive person, you can easily turn him into one.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from personal experience. I want to utilize the platform in this time right now to speak on that because I touch on it. I've touched on it many a times on my regular page, and it either no, I don't get no response to it, or people laugh and they think it's a joke. And I see far too many women that are out here thinking that that level of disrespect is okay, like it's the
No.
norm. I'm going to smack
Mm.
him, I'm going to punch him, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Now, if he hits you back, he'd be wrong. Now you
Right.
want to get
Most
your
definitely.
brothers and your cousins and your
Call
uncles
the
and
police.
everybody, exactly, to put their hands on him. But whole time you could have kept your hands to yourself. That is one of the biggest forms of disrespect that I see when it comes to women to men. Yeah, I'm a woman, I'm for the women, but when you wrong, you wrong. And a lot of women, like you said before, they don't hold themselves accountable for their actions. One thing I'm big on
Hmm.
is accountability. I was
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship where every time he did something wrong that I ain't like, boom, I'm rocking your jaw. I'm busting your lip. I'm busting your nose. I don't care. I'm fighting you like I'm fighting a girl in the street that just spit in my
Mm-hmm.
face. You got dreadlocks, I'm ripping them out. And for months, he took it. He ain't hit me back. He didn't put his hands on me. He didn't do none of that. Anything, he'll restrain me, keep my hands locked down so I couldn't do nothing until I calmed down. I ain't never calmed down. I faked like I calmed down so he let me go so I can knock him again. You feel me? I created a monster.
Mm-hmm.
And I hold myself accountable for that. And people don't, where there's no excuse for a man putting his hands on you. I understand that, but at the same time, that
I
man
don't
is
agree with
allowed to
that one.
defend himself. That man is allowed to defend himself.
Oh, most
And
definitely.
what turned into him defending himself turned into him becoming an abuser that I created.
Right.
So instead of him defending himself when I'm hitting him, if I'm talking too much and he wants me to shut up, he gonna smack me in my mouth. You feel me? It
Mm.
never had to get to that point. And another thing, don't think it ends with you. Just because
Mm.
you created the monster doesn't mean when y'all leave and separate that the monster goes away. The monster is in him. So now he's taking what you created and dragging it into his next relationship.
Hmm.
So now when she's acting up and he don't like what she's saying, she's thinking, oh my God, he's just an abuser. He wasn't always that way. I
Right.
hold myself accountable for that. So ladies, maintaining respect in a relationship. Yes, it's disrespectful for a man to cheat on you. I understand that it hurts. Do not make your comeback be these hands, because these hands will potentially put you in a grave and create a monster that nobody wants to see. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to deal with, and
And
it's
I know
not worth
another
it.
way to create a
Leave.
monster that people don't need to talk about more. Being around somebody you don't fuck. Excuse my language. Be okay. Let's just say I cheated on ex girl, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
And then we break up and we get back together. Don't get back together, not because you want a positive relationship, but to give the other person what they gave you, right?
Oh,
Right.
that's terrible.
For
That's
real, a lot of people get into relationships with no intentions of forgiving the person.
Right.
no, that's
For real. Like it happens all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
then when they're in that relationship every day, they're with somebody who don't appreciate them, talk down to them, devalue them, disrespect them every day. You know what I'm saying? And this person, when it, like for real, when a man is in a situation where he don't feel appreciated, he gonna
Mm-hmm.
become something that you don't even like. And that's
Right.
why
Right.
a lot of them type of situations, it be strong men, and then all of a sudden they become codependent, needy, because they're looking for that attention that used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You say you forgave
Right.
the person, but in reality, that wasn't the case. You know what I'm
Right.
That's a
saying?
waste of both of y'all time
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that you can't
definitely.
get that you can't get back.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But some of these people are energy vampires, and that's their whole
Yeah.
plan. And you
Right.
got narcissists, covert narcissists, like all
Yeah.
these. There's people out there that literally plan for these type of things. So when you become what they say you are, they can play the victim and blame you and use that to jump to the next person.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but before
Mm-hmm.
we get too far off the topic, right? When a man is in that situation, he's
Mm-hmm.
going to become because he can't say what he wants, so he's suppressing, and you know what suppression turns into,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So if he can't get his words out, he's going to eventually he's eventually going to wild out on you and snap on you. You know what I'm saying? Or your house is going to be a complete toxic mess.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? You for real, and it don't go nowhere because if you
And
study
who
this,
wants that energy to be walking in your home and having that kind of energy? Because your home's supposed to be a peace. When you
Right.
yeah,
walk in your own home, you supposed to be like that weight of the world supposed to get off your shoulders and be like, oh God, thank God I'm home. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to walk in your house and it has that same cloud over it or worse.
mhm. Or you go
Mm-mm.
home to a woman that don't rock with you,
Right.
Right.
like, and you
That's the
can
worst
feel the
situation.
impact. Like when a woman, like women, be like if I gotta tell you to touch me, you don't rock with me like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And every time I come home, it's not oh my God, you're here. I'm not saying be like that, but of course, but I'm just giving an example. It's more oh my God, like what you know what I mean? It's like it's a sense of disappointment for real. So when you in
Right.
this
Like, oh,
situation,
she's here
you
again.
oh he's here. Yeah, for real, it's no
Again, you
admiration,
have to go to work.
and you can see the
You
respect
back home
because
already.
it also shows when you interact with other people because the guy like you know what
Right.
I'm saying because you showing this type of respect out there. It ain't like you don't have the capability. It'd be different if you just wasn't a person who could show empathy and show love, period. But
Right.
you show the people, your friends, your coworkers, the people at your supervisor, you're giving them the bubbly personality. You're so happy to be there. You have admiration for them, but none of that's in your house. That's going to do the same thing as if somebody swinging on you. But then, like you said, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to keep attracting because then he don't trust no female because he
Right.
literally feels like he got dominated, which he kind of did.
He
You know what I'm
did.
saying? He did, which is, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, you can't blame somebody for being a natural giver,
Right.
but you can blame the person who took advantage of that because you would have did that anyway. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? It wasn't like they finessed you out of giving something. It was like you gave that because you believed the facade that they put upon you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But also, people, they you can't, how you say it, you can only do what someone allows you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we have to take individually accountability within our own self, love
Mm-hmm.
ourselves first, and know that we deserve respect and honor, within ourselves, whether you're male or female. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And men need to know that as well too, because sometimes we as females are sometimes are more emotional or whatever the case may be, but males need to know that they need to love themselves first, and honor themselves first too, and they don't have to put up with the bullshit. I got sons.
Absolutely.
Like I only got two sons. No, hell no. One is gay and one is straight. But goddamn, yet they still know. Not, and I'm gonna let them know. Nope, don't play with her. Don't play with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have that, understanding.
Yeah. And
Listen,
that's self-love. That's self-love to,
no, but you
you
have to
know,
take care of yourself.
yeah, you
It's called
have to. You learn know
preservation.
when to walk away. You
Yeah,
learn when
Exactly.
enough is enough. Cause, you know, if you're not holding yourself accountable for the part that you play, and it's like, okay, I'm a giver, I'm a provider, I'm understanding, I'm this and that, and this person is taking advantage of it. Well, if this person continues to take advantage of it and you see it, honey, they're not going to change. That's who they are. So if you continue to
Exactly.
deal with it, at that point, you're the problem.
yeah. Then
Yeah,
y'all
they're the
become
problem, but you're the
complicit
problem because
together.
you're accepting their behavior. and
Right.
you're allowing yourself to deal with it and
Right.
allowing yourself to be stuck. At that point,
Mhm.
Okay,
you
and
can't blame
now
them.
we about to be real. Cause you just spoke on some heat right there. Like, and this is
Mhm.
where how we cause this is all about results. You know what I'm saying? We
Hmm.
can sit here and talk all day, but we want to help and get rid of polarity, period. It's
Right.
Right.
not men versus female, women versus male. It's we
Coming
gonna sit
together.
down,
Yeah.
have these conversations because obviously we can't have them with each other. So
Mhm.
we're going to learn through introvert learning. Like, I'm gonna give you a situation that you had with your significant other yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you like that, and then now you're thinking like, damn, I did do that. That's
Hmm.
exactly why he did react like that. I did react like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look when we watching these shows, look up within ourselves and see
Mhm.
what we doing. Don't just point the finger like, ooh, blah 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 blah. Who does that? Because a lot of the things that we done said, we done did ourselves.
Exactly. And
You know
that's
what
for
I'm saying?
me, that's where it's coming from. A place of accountability, been there, done that. So
Yeah, most
it's
definitely.
easy to speak on it, you know?
I
Mhm.
spoke on
Um,
here many times about me
yeah.
being a Leo, not knowing like taking long to let go. Remember, I spoke on that, Aisha.
Hmm.
That's why
Exactly. 100%.
I spoke on that because that's why I don't really after a relationship. I'm so trained on loyal. Where I like I don't even
Mhm.
I got like I'm to a point where I get turned like I get the same dopamine buzz from turning a female down as I do as bagging her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just bagged something. You know, I tell her like, I had to turn something down. You know what I'm saying? But even after we break up, it takes me like a month or two to even feel like I'm not cheating. You know what I'm saying? I should have been let go, but
Right.
and
Right.
you have to know thyself. So with that being
Hmm.
said, if like goes back to I'm not going nowhere. You know you're not going nowhere. You're not done
Exactly.
healing yet. Okay. So if you're with said person that we're talking about, right? Accept who they are
Hmm.
Exactly.
and set
Yep.
boundaries with them. That's probably gonna
Yep.
make them leave anyway. Because they
Yeah.
can't have you the way they want you to. You're gonna have
Right.
it the way both of y'all can. You know what I'm saying? They're not in for that. They're in it for themselves.
Right.
But
Right.
on a flip end, if you can manage the boundaries and know what you're in it for, and there's other things that you can learn from said person. You know, let's just say you want to be a business person, and this person, y'all might not be able to be cool together. You know what I'm saying? Because they serial cheaters. Y'all not together no more. Y'all can still deal with each other on a business,
Right.
friendship, sexual level if you have the understanding and you have the knowledge to let allow her to do what she wants to do. Don't just
Right.
be around her to try to hopefully get back and knowing that she's a cheater. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And also, when you become not her boyfriend and you see how she interact with other people, you won't want her probably anyway. Cause you
Right.
see, she's still dealing with you while she claiming him. She's still dealing with you while she posted him. But if you wasn't
Mhm.
beside her, you wouldn't even know this was possible. You would be sitting there like, oh my god, their life is so better than mine. They're having this relationship. They're giving them
Illusion.
everything they wanted. Nah. But when you learn the person and you be like, okay, I rock with you. But you a player for real. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is what you was doing when you was with me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Now you have an understanding, and now you're like, you don't even want them no more because now
Right.
you see the same things that they were pulling on you. They're pulling on this person, then they're not healing, then they're going to the next person. So which leads to the last topic of the day, the healing journey. You know what I'm saying? Before we even get here, I want to leave this one because this is really the one we talked about the shadow work before, but the journey. Because a lot of people
To get
don't.
to
The reason
that
I said
road.
this is
That road.
because you're going to go backwards. Remember, it takes 28 days to break a habit, and every
Mhm.
time you break said habit, the 28 days starts over. So if you really want to get rid of said X, you with 27 days and then slept with Shorty. Now you have to do a whole nother 28 days of building, right?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So take your time. Everybody's time is different. There's people that got to heal for a year because they
Yeah.
didn't belt through so much
Yeah.
roller coaster in their life that they don't even want a relationship. Until you know in your heart that you can go into a relationship, and the way I would say you're ready is when you're non-emotionally attached.
Mm.
And
Yep.
and that's what you're going to have to deal with when you're dealing with somebody from a higher being because you don't want to deal with low vibrational beings. You know what I'm saying? That let you talk to them however you want. But when you want to move up to higher vibrational beings, now you might be the problem here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or you know what I mean? Or you might have to deal with that type of stuff that he might not like. You know what I'm saying? And when he tell you this, if you can't handle it, you're not ready for the relationship. What you think?
You may not be ready for the relationship if you can't handle it. You know what I mean? And you have to be honest with yourself.
Yep.
Sometimes as women, we don't want to be alone, like you were saying. We don't want to be alone. So we tend to tell. I mean, not me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Goddamn, I can't even front. It's gonna be hard for my big ass mouth. But sometimes you tend to tell the person, what they want to hear because you're scared that they're gonna leave you because you don't want to be alone. The fear of just being alone. So you willing just to say, that you agree with it, knowing that you fully do not want to participate in it. You know that that's not the contract you want to sign,
Yep.
but you go ahead and sign that damn contract because the fact that you got somebody there, and that's once again, that's not loving yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ain't gonna make him happy, and he ain't gonna make you happy because you already signed that contract, knowing damn well when he said, "This is how I want it to be from my perspective. Are you cool with it?" And because the other person didn't want to be alone, knowing they was not cool with it, they say yes. It's already a mass. I mean, it's gonna be a disaster. Or you're gonna have one party gonna be a miserable party if they do stay together. They're gonna really be unhappy
Yep.
until later on, and maybe they just adapt to it and change. But other than that, they really gonna have that sadness in themselves because that's not really what they want to do. So they want to
Mm-hmm.
be true to themselves.
Yep.
Mm.
That's one of them things you're gonna regret later on in life. You're gonna kick yourself in the ass years later and be like, I knew I should have left them. I knew I didn't really want to do that stuff. And now you
Mm-hmm.
4 kids in, 20 some years later, that nobody don't
Because
want no.
that's the thing, though. They change the contract, but don't change the
Right,
actions.
right.
That's when it goes back to what's me so good being a podcaster. I have to compartmentalize a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta manage things and utilize things for what they're good at. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're not my lady no more. So I don't have to worry about nothing you do.
right.
But the contract said we still rock and we do this, this, and this, and this. We can still do what we want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, you're going to get the better version of her anyway because you see the truth.
Right,
The new
exactly.
person don't see the truth at all. I
Like
would
you said,
rather like
I don't know.
listen, ladies. Men don't care you have another dude unless you don't tell them. It's not about the dude. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to smack. You know what I'm saying? You're trading whatever you want to give us for us smacking, right? That's the contract when we're not in a relationship with you. That's why I say, ladies, when a guy, when y'all be trying to have these guy friends and stuff like that, he's just a sniper. You know what I'm saying? When we call him a sniper, because he's waiting for any little inkling, chink in the armor to eventually smack, right? So with that being said, we want to smack. So we will still deal with you if we can still smack. But now that you're not his girl, we get to see the true you.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see the truth of all the women we deal with. Because their boyfriend don't see them. They see the mask, which is eventually gonna fall off anyway. And that's why a lot of these women be single that be doing this type of stuff, right? But if you have a higher level of understanding and a self, you can literally just use her for what she's using you for. This is a
Yeah.
sex relationship. But the
Well,
problem
like
is
you said,
the
like you
problem no,
said
the problem
before,
be
right.
she the girl, whoever is done with the relationship looking at it like a sex relationship already.
Like you
It's just
said before, a placeholder, right? Is that what you called
right,
them?
right. You're the placeholder
Mm-hmm.
for her,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can accept this situation here. Cause you can still be getting money. You can be getting three. And I'm for real. The side dude get the freakier version.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just being real.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling y'all, man. I'm
You
telling
ain't
y'all,
telling me
bro.
nothing that I don't already know,
There's
young lady.
ladies on here telling y'all this. Be a lady side dude one time. It's some of the greatest moments of your life. I'm trying to tell you, it's messed up to say this on here, but if y'all have a bond, you have no contract to whoever she's dealing with. It's just like you smashing a random chick on the street. She's fucking somebody else anyway. Why not sleep with somebody who's sleeping with that you already know? You just not man enough to admit that the girl you trying to chase is sleeping with somebody too. So it has a bad stigma. So if we're both single, why do I care about who you dealing with? Ever,
Right.
period. You know what I'm saying? Until we lock in and say we're going to be monogamous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these single and monogamous people. I'm either Russell Wilson or Hugh Hefner. It's one of the two. You know what I'm saying? There's not.
I'm taking Russell. I'm taking Russell
Yeah,
Wilson.
that's what I'm saying. I got yo,
Give me Russell.
bro. Listen, when I'm in a relationship, I'm untouchable, and that's why a lot of the women that try to come back around because they know I used to do them dirty, and then once I start talking to Shorty, they can't even get a message out of me. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? They like that. They're like, okay, this dude is untouchable, but they gonna wait till Hugh Hefner is back. You know what I'm saying? But when Hugh Hefner is back, I'm a real sniper out here for real. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna be real with you. If me and Shorty got an honest situation and we was already rocking and she adds you into it, you know what I'm saying? She don't care about you if she's still over here. So I'm actually expediting the process to get because she's gonna get bored and get rid of it and actually help you, which you need to move on anyway because you really think she's a good person. I know she's a when it comes to well, I'm gonna say she's not a good person. She's a good person, not specifically a person. I'm just speaking in general, right? It's not that she's not a good person. She's just not a loyal, monogamous woman. But she has many great qualities that we cool with. You know what I'm saying? And we will keep it like that. It's just like having a person that you rock with and they come over. Y'all always have good times. Y'all sleep together. What's the difference? It just they don't want to admit that the girl that they chasing after sleeping with other dudes too.
Right.
Absolutely.
That a fact?
Facts.
You just got to be a man about it. Keep it P out here, man. Like same shit we on now, the girls on now. Like so you gotta look at her as one of the bros.
That is true.
Keeping it P.
We are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And y'all gotta remember, females, when they on their shit, they a little bit more vicious. They a lot vicious than y'all men. You know what I'm saying? We more sneaky, we more cunning, and we don't get caught a lot. You know?
Yeah.
They honest with yo. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, fellas, bro.
And if you would have listened when we said what we wanted, we wouldn't have went out there in the first damn place. But since you didn't listen.
No, I won't even say that. Some of them are just serial cheaters, bro.
Well, and true, some are.
I'm telling you, yo, I had this one girl, right? I had this one girl when I was in high school. I met like 6 of her boyfriends. Damn. And I was around the whole time. From like 13 to like 21. Like it was to a point where like this is when I stopped dealing with her though. It was too wild, right? Like I felt bad. Like main man up like okay, so she moved in like me and my boy was a DJ. We still the parties together and like whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? And then said Shorty, her dad and my boy's dad were cool, and then they are moving together. So she lived with my boy, right? So that was my excuse to be there while he was there, right? So while he's upstairs asleep, she's down cooking pancakes.
No, don't.
I'm being real.
Oh, she was a wild one.
Yeah, like she, and it was so crazy. Like, bro, he's upstairs sleep, and bro, and the crazy thing is, she said, "I'm gonna make a plate for everybody, so it don't look like it's just for you."
That's nasty work. Yeah. She's vicious.
Yo, it be like that, like, and you be seeing like when you the guy that they cheating with, you see who a lot of these females really are. That's why I said, who you been watching a female from the side that you really care about? You don't really know her. You got the relationship her and the I'm doing what I want and I'm living my best life. Her is two different people, ain't Ice?
Right. That is the truth. Because at the end of the day, we all grow too. Because you can start off being a wild child. You know what I mean? Because some man could have done, took that first boyfriend to fuck you up. You like, I'm gonna give everybody hell. And then you can calm down as you get older. So hopefully you be able to, once you calm down, you still be able to keep your man that you had. That's a good one, or be able to find one and you didn't lose. That someone that was really good for you in the process of your growth and your ups and downs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some people ain't lucky to have their person like mine throughout all these years, throughout my growth,
right,
of my transformation. Because this ass should have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, thank you, baby, for staying with my crazy ass. Thank you.
And that's real love right there. That right there.
That is.
That right there. Being able to tolerate A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand that, and a lot of the women, they understand it, but they don't understand that they're doing it.
Man, my mama
And
told
this is what
me.
I mean by that. A
My own mother
guy,
told me.
right?
She was like, I thank God that Rico ain't leave you. I'm surprised he ain't left your ass. My brothers used to say it to me. You know, they'd be like, shit, I would have left you if you was my girl. I would have been done kicked your ass or whatever. You know, whatever the terms was they would have used. Hmm. Girl,
But
y'all
that's
better
the thing,
not.
though. You got to be able to tolerate. Because I wanted to ask you, in 29 years. Now, I'm not saying about you specifically, just
Mm,
anybody that was
a long
together
time. Yeah.
29, 30 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think what's the percentage of chance that there's going to be some instance of infidelity in these 30 years?
Oh, it's gonna be a high. It's gonna be. I'm not saying a great percentage. Depends because you know every economic group is different. You know, generational, economic, whatever, however you want to say it. Every group is different. But I think it's gonna be that longevity because you start out so young. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you in your early 20s or whatever the case may be, um, this gonna happen. You know, it's gonna happen. Me on my end, if if my husband would have did the things, well, I wasn't his wife, he was my husband at the time. But if I would have did the things, if he would have did the things that I've done, he wouldn't have been able to because I wouldn't have been around. I wouldn't have been around for it. I would have been a cut him already. He'd had some stitches and shit, and he knows this. I wouldn't have been able to tolerate the things that he was able to tolerate, and I know that about me. And you know what is? He knows that about me.
Mm-hmm.
I think after 30 years, I may have had two incidents that I had to fuss with him about some shit when we was younger in New York before we moved up here, and once up here, and two incidents for me and him within our 30 years, and it was no incidents where no one was ever in my face or nothing even extra, you know, just little things. You know what I mean? If I had to deal with the things that he had to deal with, I couldn't have dealt with him, and our relationship wouldn't have been here, and we wouldn't have still been here. We wouldn't have raised a family together. We wouldn't own houses and shit and business together. None of that shit wouldn't be where we at today because emotionally, mentally, mature, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. Right now, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Right now, I've been to cut his ass. I just, you know, certain things, you know, who you can handle certain things, other people that can and can't,
Yeah, most
you
definitely.
know.
It comes from, I feel like a man's love is really unconditional, for real. Or like,
I know his is for sure. You
yeah,
know, what I mean,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like,
know, last
and
dollar.
that goes back to what I told you earlier about how I can compartmentalize women. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They, you know what I mean? What we cool for. I rock with you as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to me seeing the her with the mask off. You see what I'm saying? I rock
Mm-hmm.
with you as a whole.
Right.
So I know you gonna do goofy shit. It's just like my little brother that can't get right. You know what I'm saying? You still rock with him. You have they family. They've been there. Let's just say, even let's just say you had kids. Let's just say y'all raised each other. He might have raised your kids, right? Y'all was
Mm-hmm.
the kids for 11 years. Are you gonna break that family up because you can't have a full relationship with her anymore? No.
No.
You're going
No.
to keep the bond with the girls you raised, or the guys, the little boys you raised. Still going to be there as a parent figure. They might be calling you dad. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Let's just say they 13 and 17. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They were 5 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going nowhere. You can still rock
No.
with her.
Yeah.
Still that she's still going to be around, and she's still going to respect and still going to do shit for you. You know what I'm saying?
As long as the whole time everything was genuine,
Yeah,
you know
most
what I mean? Because when you have those relationships, when like just like you said,
definitely.
and now the parties are separated, and the kids wasn't biologically the fathers, and then now that person don't have no contact,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
most
know
definitely.
something wasn't genuine within that.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Because
I'm only
if a
speaking,
man,
fellas. I'm only speaking on a woman that's still in contact. If she don't want you around the kids, take the L. You know what I'm saying?
right, because you can't
You know, if
force
the
that on
kids call
nobody.
you, the answer. Like it is what if they call you. Obviously, you know what I mean. She probably gave him your number. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They call you, that's cool. But if not, if you don't hear it ain't nothing bad happening to them. Unless you will
No,
hear about it. Right,
right,
right. You should remember with that being said. So don't put that in your head just because they don't need you or something bad. They're being less without. No, they're just she's just trying to change the dynamic of the relationship, and then
right,
they're not not trying to live, or he's not trying to live in that past. So he might be trying to introduce the new person, or she might be trying to introduce the new person to the kids.
well,
Yeah,
that's the importance of when females have kids. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I had a kid at a young age. My oldest son, he's 35, right, but he's 36 this year, and My youngest is 22. However, my husband, I was with him for a mad long time, obviously. His family, he wasn't around my son for like a year when I was dealing with Rico. He wasn't around my son. You know what I'm saying? I was a single girl doing me out of a relationship. When people came to my house, young girl, 18 years old, my own apartment in the Bronx. When people came to my house, you came to my house when my son was sleeping. You had to be out before he was woke. I didn't
Yeah,
have traffic around my son. I
yeah.
took my mom raising me and my three brothers, and I'm the oldest. Nah, I seen too much growing up. Even though I was a young parent, I wasn't going to allow my son to see that. My oldest son, and
I
he
got
has
cut
too
off for
much.
that once.
You got to be careful about that. You
You hear
don't,
me, Aisha?
huh?
I got cut off by a female for that once.
For real?
Oh, okay, because I'm a different person. I'm a just honest person, right?
Mm-hmm. You
Okay,
can't be your
so
kids around everybody,
if I'm around your kids on Sunday, and then you tell me you have another, and then you have another dude around the kids on Tuesday,
It's
I'm
whack.
gonna tell you about yourself. Cause I'm gonna be the one that care about your kids for you. Cause I don't
Yeah, no.
the baby, especially if I'm involved in them, and we don't raise hoes in here at all.
And
And
that's my thing about when I talk to
only
young girls.
because she had daughters. If she had little
Uh,
boys, but she had
no,
daughters,
but little boys, that's even the
little boys don't
worst.
even see that even. Don't even see that
No,
either.
but see, that's people think that just what you said, and I gravitate towards the females who got sons probably because I have sons, you know what I mean? And I
Right.
got brothers. However, they think that because it's boys, it's okay. Nah, because that's letting a young boy, see his mother be disrespected by whatever men coming through. You dating this dude, that dude, this dude running through, this young boy, this old head, this person. And he's seeing his mother being taken advantage of. He's seeing his mother have different men come around. He's being getting a view of what a woman allows. The same way a little girl, if she's seeing these random dudes, it's the same thing on both
And
ends.
there's
It
two. There's
don't
an
make
alternate
a
way to look at
difference.
it too, though. He
It
can
don't
also
make a
be
difference
seeing.
between the sex of the
He can also be
kid.
seeing what I was telling you about
Mm-hmm.
before. He can be watching his man. His not only if she can be being used, correct, but she can be the user.
But
You
all the way around
see,
in both
right? So it's a
aspects,
both
boys
aspects
and
of that,
girls.
right? Exactly. Because
Right.
now he's seeing you. You tell one guy on
One
Sunday
thing.
that he's this, and this. That about he don't beat about, and then all of a sudden there's this and this, and he's watching the same lies that I was telling you about. You know what I'm saying? He's
Exactly.
not trusting women at all. You know what I'm saying? So
You see what I'm saying?
right.
Exactly. They
But
they seeing way too much. Kids are exposed to too much toxicity.
exactly right.
They don't need to see this. It's shaping their minds of what's acceptable or what they need to do. They know they got to run game now. You know, boys is knowing, damn, these chicks be lying because I heard my mama on the phone telling two different dudes that she was pregnant about him and she needed abortion money. Think about the
Mhm.
conversations that girls and be having on the phone with their girlfriends, or dudes be having on the phone, girls telling their girlfriends about the dude or about the other dude they messing with, about the baby father, about the check she about to get from this dude, and the kids are listening. My mom had a saying, and that's one thing I raised my kids. The kids don't need to be in grown folks' business. If I'm in
Exactly.
the room, go sit your ass in another room. We ain't here talking about grown folk stuff. Because as little
Hmm.
kids, we nosy. I know I'm the only girl. I was nosy as shit. I was always in the house like, ooh, what they
Yeah.
talking about? Ooh, Mr. Johnson did what? Ooh, she called her husband with who? And I tell my friends, you heard about nosy. Nah,
Uh-huh.
my mama will backhand you real quick. Go sit your little nosy ass down, Aisha. You got to be mindful of who you have your babies around. That is so important. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how they
And then.
when they get to teenagers too,
Hmm.
them kids they gonna show you if they
Yeah.
respect you or not.
And
The
that's so
part where they done
crazy,
seen
right?
you.
And this is what I told her, right? And she thought I was mad, and it's so crazy. She thought I was mad that she had another person. I was like, bro, I don't care. I don't. You're talking to the person who know you are, who you know who you are. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You feel me? And plus,
Mhm.
you don't want to know what I be on. You know what I'm saying? You can ask me, I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care. What I care about is two different men around women coming out of the same room. And what are you
Lord
trying to
Jesus.
show your daughters? What do you want your daughters to be? I can't be a part of raising hoes. I just can't be a part of raising manipulators. So I gotta back up. And I told her, if you want to do whatever said person in front of your kids, I'm a back up. You can come over here. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And or you can drop your kid off without you. One of the two. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She dropped me. Because she kept trying to come over with her. But for real though, that was the real point about it. Like it's crazy that somebody you deal with care about the kids more than you do when it comes to
And
what
that
they.
happens a lot though. It's sad, but it happens a lot. You hear people say,
Yeah,
"Yo, where your kids at? Who watching them?" You know, it's sad.
that's me. You said like where yo why you out of like yo where like
Where your
what's
kids
going
at?
on
Yeah,
like
who watching your babies? Where they at?
yeah I cut my
I had to wait.
homeboy.
I was grown to be outside, like old grown.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one
Not
of
in
them.
college,
You
and I'm
can't be my
outside. Like
friend and on function. Like if you my friend, I should help. My job is to make sure you win. And if I see
exactly.
big character flaws that hurt you in the long run, or that hurt you as a person, or things that you not doing, I can't be around it. I can't be around somebody destroying herself. And I'm gonna give you an example, right? So this dude I was cool with for years, 10 plus years, couldn't be friends. He said he had kids in Florida, so I'm like, okay, so that's why not around him. So long story short, his baby mom came from Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and then he came on the block with her kids. I'm like, okay, blah blah, his kids is here, blah. They didn't even recognize him for
Wow.
real. Like, so I was like, yo, you can't come around here no more. Get your situation. You need to be focusing on that. Like, there's no reason your kid don't even know what you look like,
That's sad.
and you can't hide that reaction. Who's that? Like,
Yeah. Like
who's
that's
that?
daddy. Like, oh, hi, dad.
Oh, hey, I didn't know. You know what I mean? I never met him before type situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we had to move him around. But I don't want to get too much on have everybody on here too long. Make sure y'all tune in next week. You know what I'm saying? Because we're giving
Free
away
giveaway.
free giveaway VIP tickets to the after party of Life Jennings and my man Jay Holiday. But make sure y'all get your regular tickets. See my boys live in concert at the Appel Center. It's gonna be a dope event, formal, casual. You know what I mean? Good fedora hats, good Stacey Adams, good
Hmm.
suede shoes, good dresses. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies,
Ladies
get that
looking
lace
good,
wig.
right?
Slay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but make sure y'all tune in. All you got to do is follow the panel, guess the number 1 through 50, and you're gonna be NVIP sitting at the after party. You know what I'm saying? With a
Turn up.
bottle and everything, courtesy of the Spice and Smash Entertainment. You know what I'm
Look
saying?
at that.
And make sure y'all getting y'all tickets, and make sure y'all tuning in every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. It's been an honor. Appreciate y'all. See till next week.
Good night.